Welcome to the Pantry Party Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Pantry Party Show. You know where it's at. What we're up to is we're going to meet a guest today. We are going to sneak around in her pantry and we are going to come up with a fabulous meal for her. Our guest today is Nadine Sherry. I am dressed in a crazy playful outfit with crazy eyeshadow, all for her. She is an inspiration. She's a motivational speaker, and she is in the house. Let's get her in here. One moment, please. I see you. I see you, Nadine. All right, here we go. Here we go. Girl! We're waiting. The anticipation.
I see you. I see what you're working with, Dawn. I love it. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm fabulous. I love that outfit.
Okay, well, so just so we're clear, Nadine Sherry, I have dressed like this for you. I have never in my life, ever, I don't feel like ever, even as a child, worn a crazy future-telling bandana, crazy eyeshadow. You bring out the best in me.
Girl, I love that. I think you bring out the best in everyone. You look fabulous. Hold on. Stand up. I need a full body.
Show me. It's a whole spring. It's a spring dress.
Oh my God. Stop.
Okay, give me yours.
So I have been dying to wear these pants, and thank you, because this is like a perfect opportunity. Check out for the season, right?
Those are the best.
I needed some. If you're gonna buy patent leather, they need to be lavender for the spring. So this, and then I did Rent the Runway I've been doing Rent the Runway, which is weird because I am such a shopper,
Yes.
But they actually have some really good stuff. So it's been sitting in my closet until the pantry party. So it's a perfect time.
Pantry party.
Yeah,
Love
baby.
It.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, you look like $1 million. I really will say, we put in our posts, both you and I, is this idea of meeting boss babes, true love at first sight, and who meets each other at a morning rave / dance party.
Right? God bless Daybreaker.
I know,
Which,
right?
have you gone to any of their virtual dance parties yet?
No, have you?
Not yet, but I want to. I think there's one this Saturday, which I'm sure will be good. But there's so many great DJs right now who are pumping out these phenomenal parties on Instagram.
All right, fine. You know, I've been seeing the link come up of like, hey, join us virtual. I was like, it's so much fun to like dress up and go to those like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. dance parties. I'm like, how would it be virtually? But I do feel like, you're right. It'd be great music.
So what my new jam is, part of this new quarantine ritual vibe that we are all navigating, is I, especially on the weekends, will turn on DJ D Nice or another DJ who's, cranking out some tunes, put in my ear pods and chop up my veg, like do the prep in the kitchen after a workout, or that will be my workout. And I'm just grooving by myself. And it has been such a treat from all of this, such a break. So I was just telling a girlfriend of mine, highly recommend. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just point out that's a very good pantry party tip. The idea of listening to a great DJ while you're chopping vegetables. Thank you, Nadine.
Absolutely, girl. I'm here for you.
Here's what I want to know. Do you think that it would be weird if I changed my last name to Cherry? Because I love that last name so much that I'm like, why? What's stopping me? Why can't I be Cherry?
That's a good one, right?
It's great
such a good
name.
one. I know. And
is it your maiden name or married name?
It's my maiden, and I'm hanging on to it for dear life.
I would too.
At work, Nadine Cherry, everywhere I can. Not that I don't love my husband and his last name, but I mean,
you can't beat it. You just can't beat it.
Yeah.
Well, girl, the pantry party is 3 parts. We meet the guests,
meet the guests, figure out what you're up to. We identify something in your house that's either about to go bad or that you really want help using. Okay. And then we start looking around your pantry to see if we can come up with an idea of how to use that one item. Okay. So that's really, that's the play-by-play. So first,
I love it.
Nadine, Sherry, will you take it away and tell, I mean, this is all an excuse really for me to learn more about, about what you do and the magic you have in the world. So give it to me.
You're so kind. Yeah. So, maybe you can't tell from my Instagram, but I'm a full-time sales IT hustler for the past 15 years. So I work at a big tech company and I've been selling technology for 15 years and I love sales. I'm such a seller, like it's in my blood, right? But on a personal level, I kind of kept that compartmentalized. So I had my own personal world and then my business side. And the business has been great, but about 7 years ago, I had kind of some rough times come up. My mom got sick, and she's okay, but it was a big wake-up call. And I was praying for help because I was in a deep, dark place, and meditation literally like smacked me in my face. I wouldn't know a sign if you told me, hey, girl, wake up. This is the sign. But meditation fell into my lap, and I was desperate, but at the time, meditation was so woo-woo, you know, it was such a, you're a hippie and that's for freaks, so I'm good. But I was desperate. So I read some books, I followed along. Fast forward, you know, I got into the practice, I noticed my life started changing, things started slowing down, I was more in the present moment, my relationships changed. Everything became more beautiful. I wasn't so rushed. I wasn't in the past or in the future. I was really in the moment, and life changed. So I decided to continue that practice. And what I realized, which something that happened that was super crazy, Dawn, is that in my business, totally separate, it doubled in 1 year. So I was like, man, if I'm noticing these great side effects from meditation and mindful lifestyle, maybe the business community would be interested in trying this because we're so freaking stressed. We're trying to hit a number. It's go, go, go. Like, we need this. So I rounded up a bunch of people. I spit my game. They were digging it. Word spread. Fast forward, I am a weekly meditation teacher at my company. I also do talks all over to different, primarily tech companies, but big companies. I do sales kickoffs and I talk about mindfulness. We a lot of times do meditations, but what it's like to be a salesperson or work in a big tech company and tap into who you really are, create that space, bring your authentic nature to your business. So like I said earlier, I used to keep them super separate, but now, I mean, I got clients, I'm sure, tuned into this. You know, they follow me on Instagram, they see who Nadine Cherry really is. And it's a beautiful life where you're able to kind of combine them, right? So I'm doing all sorts of fun things, all sorts of fun events. A lot of times, so since I have a full-time job, right, that's my main priority and where I spend all of my time, really. But if a fun opportunity comes up where someone taps me and says, hey, will you do the speaking engagement? Will you come guide a meditation for our, you know, our conference, that kind of thing, then I certainly do. And sometimes when I feel called to, I create a space. So for example, I did a really cool talk that I moderated at Vital Proteins maybe a year or so ago, where some of my friends at Green Circle Wellness, who are really part of the integrative, like holistic medicine type of approach to the body, which I found really helps as well. We all got together along with a meditation coach, a yoga teacher, and I moderated a really cool panel, kind of like a no BS, let's talk real talk with these folks about, you know, breaking down some of the misconceptions and things. So I felt like that was something that needed to be heard. So I'll create something if I have the time and if I feel called to, but otherwise I'm just doing some fun things on the side.
I love that. Well, because I did look at your Instagram. I mean, as soon as I met you, I was like, what is this girl all about? You know, you have such a presence, such a joy, such a light, such playfulness as like an adult woman. And to know that you have an actual real job, right? In still being able to be light and playful, blah, blah, blah. I love that. But on your Instagram, it's motivational speaker. And it's this coolest thing was peace, love, and sales.
Yes.
I love that. So I signed my newest book. I sign it Peace, Love, and Super Swap because it's called the Super Food
I
Swap.
love that.
So whenever I do book signings, that's how I sign my book. But when I saw that for you, I was like, that is such, I mean, who doesn't want that? Like peace, love, and sales. Sales is such a dirty word to people that it's like, if you are bringing mindfulness and lightness and playfulness and authenticity, more of yourself to sales, and you can teach people that, like, that's magic on earth. Like, that is beautiful.
I think so too. Thanks for recognizing that because it kind of is such a dirty word. Like, I'm a salesperson. It's funny. One of my friends, John Barrows, created this book called I Want to Be in Sales When I Grow Up with his daughter. And it kind of like, it talks about how the kids all picked out a career, and this one little girl picked out sales, and she's like, that sucks. But then it talks about how you can, you know, really have fun with it and like sell something you're passionate about, like cookies and whatever. And it really does change. And especially when what I've found with the people that I'm mentoring and talking to in the sales profession about being more authentic and bringing your true self, they just feel better. They're sharing about themselves. It just feels more natural, like a friend. And in reality, I mean, that's who we buy from, right? Like people who we get on a personal level. So, yeah,
it's the truth.
Cool.
That's what and we are getting a girl in her food, giving us love the looks and
what
a hello.
Up, Kat?
So
I see you.
Thank you. So here's the deal. I love that shift, right? So any business, if you are in business, you need to make sales. Like bottom line, that is what business is, people. And so I love that shift of vernacular of instead of selling, sharing, right? That to me, that is like changes everything. So I don't sell, I share. And even if it's the same thing, it feels different. It feels good. I feel like you are in the exact perfect place, especially right now.
Thanks. I feel that way too. It's resonating. You know, we're seeing a lot in terms of my meditations. The group is expanding significantly. People just want to freaking feel, man. You know, they just want to pause all the distractions and being given an opportunity to pause and just feel whatever is and breathe. And I'm trying to create that space for them. You know what I mean? And it's okay to just be with whatever is. So that could be, hey, I'm tapping in and I'm feeling really great. Or it could be, you know, what just happened to me. I called my girlfriend. We, you know, bitched for 10 minutes straight about the craziness of having kids and working and cooking 3 meals a day. And, oh my God, is this real? And that's okay too. But, you know, recognizing, tuning in enough to know, right? That's what it's all about.
Well, here's what I will say. If I can take a pause and a deep breath and be a sort of a sounding board mirror or whatever I can for you, Peace, Love, and Sales is your mega hit. It is the traveling talk that you do. It is the book that you write. It is all the things. Yes. I mean, to me, it's just like, I feel like going over there and just shaking you and being like, do it now! Like,
really?
It's just, yes. Because it is there, and it's not just tech who needs help with sales. It's every single business, big, small, medium, everybody. So, and what does help with sales mean is not only results oriented, right? Fun in the process, being here now, finding the authenticity and the fun of it. Anyway, I could go on and on and on, but that is your shake up, wake up moment, girl.
I really appreciate that. I'm going to pick your brain on that. Maybe we'll talk later because I'd love to hear more. One real quick thing before we jump into the pantry. One of my girlfriends and mentors, actually, super cool chick, she told me she thinks because I don't drink alcohol, that that combined with the sales job, like no drinking in sales, should be, yeah, that could be a thing.
That's also,
So,
yeah, that
we'll
is,
see.
yeah, I feel like that is a chapter in a bigger story. So, you know what I'm saying?
I love the perspective, and thank you
Fine.
for sharing that with
Fine.
me.
And you know what? Let's just change this to a call-in show. This is a business call-in show. If you want me to tell you what your
Hey girl,
should be, I can do that.
flexitarian,
Oh my God.
business.
That's
This girl's
right.
got it all. I love it.
What can she not do? So, Nadine Cherry, the Pantry Party show. Is there anything in your house that is about to go
Girl.
bad, or you need help using?
Okay. So, first of all, my house is a mess. So sorry if you. Okay.
I love it.
The pantry, you know, first of all, I'm trying so hard to use everything. I juice a lot, so you know, that's a great opportunity to use stuff. I did just make a spaghetti squash last night, which is surprisingly massive, you know, and like I have so much of it. So on part of it I did parm and the other half I did rouse, which was delicious.
Yum.
But
Yum.
like, oh my God, I have still a ton. So maybe you could tell me what to do with this other half. Now I have a small disclaimer.
Okay.
My pantry was super legit. And then my husband decided to reorganize the entire thing based on like COVID. So COVID style pantry organization, like this should go first, you know, we should eat this last. I'm like, oh my God, that's so stupid. But here we are.
Okay,
So
here we are.
I don't judge. No judgment.
Actually, that's one of the main rules on the Pantry Party show is no judgment.
I mean, this is a hot mess. I'm so embarrassed, but we're all fam, so it's all
We're
good.
all
All right.
fam.
Let's see what we're working with. Okay, so this section, all of the, you know, at least I got a spinning thing. You know, we got our oils, our olive
I
oil,
need
whatever.
to get one of those. Yeah,
These
cool.
are pretty good. And then, you know, the sauce.
Perfect.
This is all of our pasta, rice, you know, intolerant food, banza, you know, all of the pastas and situations.
It's good. I mean, pasta, you know, pasta sales have gone up like,
Girl,
I forget what they say, like 500% or something.
Carb life right now. Carb life.
Hashtag
But it
carb
doesn't
life.
you know, but if you combine it with some veg and other stuff, it's not terrible.
Well, hey, preach, girl, preach.
Yeah.
That is exactly right. Yep.
Yeah. So we got some canned goods that we will eat, you know, shortly here. That's why we have them out. So I don't know if anything is calling to you. You know, just kind of things, some cookies, pistachios, blah blah.
I love it.
Coconut water, you know, we got some snacks, more snacks here. And then you want to see spices or what else? We got broth and all of this kind of thing up here.
Yeah, I like it. So, you know what when I'm looking at your pantry and I'm thinking, okay, so I'm thinking spaghetti squash, right? You've already had it traditional spaghetti style, right? You've already had it with marinara. So it's like, okay, what other things do people do with pasta that is not like a traditional red sauce kind of thing, right?
Yes.
So you're like, okay. And do you guys like have, you guys eat meat and you do all of those things, or what's your scoop?
My husband and kid eat more meat than I do. I'm more plant-based, but so I end up making for myself and then adding meat to theirs. So that's our jam. I did make a chicken breast last night. That was really good. So I have some of that left over. Just throwing that out there. I have a big head of cabbage. You want to take
I love cabbage.
Dude,
I love
cabbage is the best.
Well, so, you know, like I'm thinking of like things that I've done with spaghetti squash. Like I've added eggs. Like if your family eats eggs, I've added eggs and made like, you know, like spaghetti squash, like patties kind of thing. Right?
Oh my gosh, I like that.
It is very fun. But then it was like, okay, what did I do? And then what I did is I paired it with chicken and marinara sauce. So it was still like it was still too much like what you ate yesterday.
No,
so
I don't know.
What about this? Like a pesto-y type of thing. It's still Italian, What other
100%.
what other things do people do with pasta? Like that's the thing we've got to think about. Is like pasta, it could be Italian, but it could also be like just generally Mediterranean-ish, like artichoke.
Yes.
Oh, you know
Or
what else
green
we have?
peas.
We have, oh yeah, like a springtime pasta, like a green
Hmm.
peas pesto. Because I've made pasta where it's green peas, pesto, and Parmesan. Well,
Right.
you know, that kind of thing. So that's good. But I don't know. There's bakes you can do, like all like I've seen spaghetti squash like taco bake kind of
Ooh, really?
going you know, Mexican style with it.
I
I
like that.
wonder what other flavors are you feeling? Like, are you feeling any specific like cuisine or like
No,
theme or
I
stuff?
think it's more about a texture thing. You know what I'm saying? Because a spaghetti squash is so squishy. Like,
Yes, it
I'm
is.
like throwing some chips in there. So maybe if we switched it up, like I don't care to have red sauce. Like I would eat Rao's red sauce every single day. So I
I
think if
love that
we,
sauce too. It's
right?
in, okay, Pantry Party has like gone into a lot of pantries. It's in just about everyone's pantry.
Oh my
I
God.
have seen it like over and over and over. Okay, so
Yes.
this is a
So
good point, like texture wise.
So something like you said, something like a patty, or if I could crispify it somehow, if I could, make it into a patty, perhaps add some breadcrumbs or something and make it a little crispy. I think they would dig that. Or somebody said, how about brown butter and Parmesan? Damn, that sounds good
Well, I
too.
mean, here's a quick thing. What doesn't taste good with brown butter and
I
Parmesan? Let's
know.
bump. So I like that sort of like the crisp up version. I mean, there's
Hmm.
also like the tradition, like let's not think about it for dinner at all. Let's think about it as a lunch bowl. So we could go like
True.
lunch bowl version. The other thing, like I do with rice all the time, is called 50-50 rice. And so it's
I
like,
saw that.
yeah, so it's 50% regular rice and
I
50%
love that.
cauliflower rice. Well, we could do 50-50 pasta. So you get like the al dente version of real pasta with spaghetti squash. So it's like 50-50.
You
Do you know
nailed
what I mean?
it. Nailed it with some pesto and peas. That's what's happening tonight.
Do you really think so? Because
Hmm.
I like the idea of the 50-50 because it's like life doesn't have to be either or. It always is. And you seem like an improv girl to me. Like
Oh,
it always can be.
100%.
And so it's like the 50-50 pasta. I like that. And I like that it tastes different than like the red sauce that you had because it is. And hey, let's just say, if anything, I am wearing a major spring outfit
Exactly.
for spring peas.
Fresh
So
in that. Hey, girl.
yeah, so you have peas already. Do you have like
Yep,
pesto stuff? Like, would you
I
make
do.
it from scratch or do you
If I
have
had
like a good?
basil, if I had basil, I would, but I am going to use the jar, which is
Oh,
totally
yeah.
fine.
Yes, I agree. And I'm a big believer in healthy shortcuts. Like, I love to have that stuff
Totally.
for weekday meals, especially like you said, you're making 3 meals, you're managing a family, you're doing your business, you're doing all these things.
Yes.
You have a major side hustle that's going to turn into a crazy boss babe empire. So the biggest thing is like, where can I take those healthy shortcuts? And the big thing for me is I've already recognized you understand like the power of vegetables. You juice, you cut veggies, you have them ready to go.
Yes.
You have this idea of knowing that the base is always vegetables, and anything you put with vegetables, whether that be pasta or rice or sauces or jarred sauces or whatever, who cares? It's like, as long as I'm eating vegetables. And
Yes.
so I like your pasta, and you do pastas that are chickpea based. So the protein would be basically coming
Right.
from a little bit from the peas, but primarily from the chickpea pasta would be the protein.
Yeah, I don't discriminate though. I would go for the real deal. It's just that it's a texture thing, but I do like those. Yes.
Oh,
Question, let me ask
yeah.
you a question right now because I've been making a lot of vinaigrettes, like salad dressings just from scratch. Okay? So lemon, Dijon, vinegar, oil, little coconut sugar, salt. That's my jam.
Yep.
What is your favorite current salad dressing?
Okay,
From
so
scratch. I'm putting you on the spot, but I
yes.
know you're a salad girl because I heard your spiel with the salad chopping.
Huge.
I feel
huge.
you, dog. I feel you.
Okay, so I do buy a lot of bottled salad dressings. I do.
Okay.
I like to have them ready to go. However, here's what I will say, hands down, I have been dying putting turmeric in every single thing that I do.
Really?
So if you did like a turmeric vinaigrette, and so for
Okay.
me, it would be, you know, the vinegar and oil, great.
Yes.
Turmeric and black pepper, because black pepper helps you absorb the turmeric goodness
Turmeric.
even
Yep.
more.
Okay.
But like, you know how you use just that little bit of sweetness is like usually coconut sugar?
Yeah.
I love, like, if you happen to have like an apricot jam or some sort of like raspberry jam,
I
like
do.
turmeric with apricot and turmeric with raspberry.
Wow.
It is so good. So it's that little bit of sweetness, but it's also like that like sweet flavory thing that goes with turmeric. And so you're having
Wow.
like a superpower dressing, right? And I sort of got this idea because one brand that I like has a turmeric vinaigrette, and it is my favorite dressing. I love it, love it, love it. And I was like,
believe that.
yeah. So I always think to myself, if I make homemade stuff, it's like it's always turmeric, black pepper with a little bit of a jammy jam. Shake it up. So delicious. And the jam will do what your mustard usually does, but you could use mustard too, to be the emulsifier to like keep the vinegar and oil together. So I love
Never
like,
would have thought of that. Never
right?
would have
It's
thought
crazy.
of that.
It's crazy.
Can
cool.
I show you like a few things before my family walks in that is
Yes.
really important to me?
Yes.
So I'm also big on clean products and using as little plastic as possible.
I hear you.
Can I just show you my, yes, go.
Before we go into there, I do want to just comment on the pasta. So
Yes.
if you have a protein at a meal, so like that would be shrimp or chicken sausage or chicken, I'm in love with regular pasta. So I usually will do like brown rice pasta or quinoa pasta, whatever. But if you are not feeling a protein that meal, like, so you're like, I don't want chicken, I don't want shrimp, I don't want to add any protein. That's where I love, and I eat a ton of the chickpea or lentil pasta, because that's going to bring in the protein element. So that's
I'm glad you said that.
how I decide which pasta to choose, because there's so many pastas. That's how.
I'm so glad you said that, because I usually choose based on, ooh, look at that. That's a cute noodle. I think I'll just go with that one. That one looks really cute.
You still should use some of that always with food, right? It's like part of it is like the nutrients and part of it is like soul spirit nutrients. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You got to go with, I mean, there's a big difference between the spaghetti and the little twisty guys.
Oh, please.
So,
I know. Yeah, show me your cleaning. This is your clean home stuff.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, water filter, Berkey,
nice.
Obsessed. I mean, this is my go-to for all water filter.
Good to know.
Stasher bags instead of Ziploc.
And they make a great present for everybody you know, because they're kind
100%.
of pricey, so like they're a good gift.
They are. I send them to agree.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's, this instead of plastic wrap and tin foil. Do you use this?
Yes, I use it, except for, here's what I will tell you. I have erroneously cleaned it with super hot water and ruined all of mine.
Oh, really?
So I had to get a new batch of them, which I just got as a present from my stepson's girlfriend. Gave them to me as a gift recently. So I have a whole new clean batch.
Good.
Yeah.
So they're really good. I mean, not for everything, but for a lot,
like,
you know.
Yes, they do a good job of keeping things covered quickly in the fridge, or like half a lemons or whatever. It's like the beeswax natural stuff. I agree.
Totally. Okay. I am not using paper towels. I'm using these cloths.
I love it.
Threw it. I know it's freaking hard, but I did it, and it's fine. You get used to it.
Here's what I would like to know. I've read this is like the key to all of it is to have a bunch of towels and have a system in place. So your system is that you have like a little tiny like bucket or something underneath this thing. So when you're done with one, you have it in the bucket. You're done with one, you have it in a bucket, and then you take the bucket and go to the washer and wash them.
Totally. And yes. So here's my bag of them, and I fold them, and I just keep them in the pantry really close.
Show me the bag. Show me the bag.
It's a nothing. It's just I just throw them in there. Like when I do my laundry.
Oh, yes. Okay,
I just have a ton of them, and I bought these colored ones, and then I bought these kind of like napkin looking ones. Great for drying all your produce. Now that we have to wash all of our produce like extra, I lay that sucker out, because otherwise a paper towel, it's gonna break apart. It's like a mess, whatever.
Okay, did you get those on Amazon? Because here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to, after this, DM you, get the link of what you actually like, and put it in my
100%.
links. Because you know what, I feel like that's part of the issue, is that there's a million towels on Amazon, and it's like, which ones would I actually really do feel absorbent, but yet like not thick and huge, taking up my whole life. Okay, fine.
It has been a game changer. I mean, I literally wash all of my produce and lay that sucker out, put lettuce on there. It's so good. So I'm obsessed with towels, no paper towels.
Question. You got to keep on this towel thing. Even though we're up at time, usually I cut these off at 30 minutes. We got to keep talking about this. So the system of, do you have different color towels for different things? No, because you feel like if you've just wiped off something with dirty chicken, you're going to wash that towel in super hot water anyway. So what's the big deal?
Yeah, I don't have a system.
Okay.
I'm just like, okay, this white one would be good for veggies or cleaning off my counter, and like this would be good for like something really gross, and it would get it more. I mean, it's literally no. So
okay, fine. Well, you know what? It's impressive to know that a person with a family and kids is able to switch over, because I will say, I know that I have a paper towel problem. I know that, and I've already done tons. I've done reading on this. I've done investigating on this. I have stuff, but all I needed was one person who I really knew would tell me the truth.
You can do it. You can do it. Here's a trick.
Okay.
Hide those paper towels.
Oh yeah, please. I mean,
get them out of sight. I know you see these here. They are here. I do not use them.
Yeah, we know
my husband uses them.
We know to hide, because otherwise I would keep using.
I keep yelling at him for buying more, but I really don't. And you can do it. And guess what? It's a huge difference. I mean, you feel it, and you will get used to it over time. You can do this, Dawn. You can do this.
Thank you for this. Okay, so there's lots of stuff we learned on the Pantry Party. What's your water cooler or water
Berkey.
Yeah,
Berkey. And they come in a mobile too. So if you want to do like a water bottle, I take them everywhere. There's an embedded filtration system. Obsessed.
Okay, fine. I like this ad. So this is a new addition to the Pantry Party show. Favorite things. The favorite things.
You got it.
So I love this. Okay, so you've given us a lot of green home favorite things. I think those are great. I'm going to contact you about the actual towels off of this, and I'll put it in my YouTube in the links. The other thing, somebody's asking a question about
somebody's asking about the Berkey, the price. It is absolutely worth the price, and much better looking than the what do you call it, Brita, whatever. They just do a better job. They get out so many more harmful chemicals. Worth it.
People do. I will say, people who have them love them, and it does become sort of like a cult following, because people are like, you need it.
Yes.
Okay, so I love all of these things. Now let's do a roundup of what actually happened on the Pantry Party, other than all of these amazing, fabulous products, and creating your new empire. I mean, we've done a lot of stuff in this half an hour time. But Pantry Party, so Nadine Cherry comes and says, hey, I got a lot of leftover spaghetti squash, and it tastes mushy. What can we do? We peeked in your pantry, and what ends up being our solution? What's your meal from the Pantry Party show today?
We are combining with an al dente pasta with pesto and spring peas. Bam!
I love it. If you have greens on the side and you want to do a simple salad, you'll also make a new type of salad dressing.
Yes, the turmeric and jam. I'm so excited about that.
Okay,
I've been having the same dressing on repeat. I will totally post my concoction.
I love that. Yes. I could really see that pasta dish, even though it does have a good amount of veggies in there. I think a nice simple salad, like it doesn't have to be huge, like a little tiny simple salad with that good new turmeric dressing would be fabulous. I
love this. This is so
I love
helpful.
You.
I love you too. I love you too. Thank you for putting this on. And
oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, we're all like, oh my God, I'm sick of eating the same thing. We're cooking everything. And so you are such a gift. Thank you.
Well, I couldn't agree more. Even in this household, we're like, thank goodness for a Pantry Party show, because I'm getting a lot of ideas from doing this myself.
Yes, I'm sure.
Before we totally sign off, where can people find not only motivational speaking and the most amazing fashion inspiration, but also peace, love, and sales. Where can we find all of this?
Just the gram. The gram. You can find me just Nadine Cherry on Instagram.
Nadine Cherry.
That's it.
You are magic in this world. I could not love you more. I enjoyed our time so much.
With gratitude.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. Love you too.
And everybody, don't forget to tune in tomorrow, noon Central Time. We're having another guest at the Pantry Party Show. And I can't thank you enough for watching. And if you do enjoy this, if you do get ideas, even if they aren't the exact ones that we are making on the show, just make sure that in the post on Instagram for me, you just let me know what you've got going on. Or if you are interested in being a guest, and I never mind going into your pantry, so just DM me or put a comment on one of my posts, and I'd love to have you. So until next time, sending you high immunity vibes, big love, and lots of kisses.